After a long and arduous bus ride, here we are at the British Museum, which I haven't been here in 30 years. And Kevin hasn't been here for 54 years, but I don't believe him. Oh, he's never been here. So he's never been here. That's what he means. It's very neat so far. And it's nice to be out of the rain. This lion is from Assyria in 1865. It's supposed to be Ishtar, which is a goddess of war. There's so many people here that Kevin is freaking out a little bit. How you feeling, honey? He doesn't mean okay. There's just so many amazing things, but there's just too many people looking at them. This is an Assyrian door, as is that. Isn't that magnificent? This is a reconstruction of the Balawat gates in 858 BC. And there's that cool thing over there again. I love that thing. This is all about the Assyrian Empire in the 9th century BC. It just goes on and on. The museum is so large, it's just slightly overwhelming. This is all about Assyria. That's a pretty neat bracelet. Here's some more of these winged human-headed bulls, and I really think they're cool looking. So the thing is, this one is a bull. This man is in the way of the lion. There's see with the lion's claws. This is the mob of people looking at the Rosetta Stone. And here's the back of the Rosetta Stone. You can only see the back of things. This is exactly like trying to look at the cake in Buckingham Palace. I get a really good shot of that man's arm. There's the Rosetta Stone right there. There's the many people in my way, getting on my nerves. There it is. Now I push my way to the front. And now we go. This is the statue of Ramses II, and lots of other kings tried to emulate him, and that's why 9 of them called themselves Ramses. And he erected more statues of himself than any other king, so that he would become worshipped as a god. This is one of the biggest images of the scarab beetle from Egypt. This is from about 200 BC. Big beetle. This is the only Iron Age helmet, horned helmet, to be found in Europe. And it was found in the River Thames at the Waterloo Bridge. This is the remains of a bronze helmet from the 1st century AD, but this is what it looked like. This is a drawing of what they looked like, and they were sparkly, shiny silver appearance. Reminds me a little bit of Darth Vader. This is a bunch of Roman plates and things from the 4th century AD, and they're just so beautiful. Even though this has a 6-pointed star, it has nothing to do with Judaism, because that wasn't around until, not established as a symbol of it until after the Roman period, and this is all Roman. And this is the Mildenhall Great Dish. This is a gold body chain. Ladle. This is 3 silver personal utensils. This one has a dolphin. And this one has an ibis, which that is a toothpick at one end and a scoop on the other end. And that's a leopard. They don't know what it's for. This is called the Hoxney Treasure, and this is what the big box that they found, this guy found in 1992 in Suffolk. He just found it. and he reported it, and this is just a small amount of the stuff that was found in there. These are early dress pins of Roman Iron Age Celtic style, and they show the origin of the Irish hand pin, with the head resembling fingers projecting above the palm of the hand. So that's the origin of those plaidals. This is called the Sutton Hoo helmet, and according to this thing, it was from AD 600 to 700. It says it's one of the most important Anglo-Saxon finds of all time. Okay, this is a recreation of it. This is what it actually looked like. Quite a bit more impressive. It was buried with somebody on a ship.
Yeah.
This is a reconstruction of a shield, and everything is just so beautifully ornate and dazzling. Here's some beautiful silver bowls that were there, part of this Sutton Hoo ship. Sutton Hoo is a place in England, FYI. It's a place in England, and they found this great big burial place and burial mound, and the ship had been put in there, and then all the chambers had been put over it. This is the lid of a purse that held a bunch of coins. We're still in Sutton Hoo. We haven't left there. And here's the little teeny tiny coins that were inside them. Teeny tiny little coins. And this is a belt buckle. These are shoulder straps. This is called the library at the British Museum, but you know what? Look at that blue sky out there. I'm going to go outside. It's time to get out of this crazy, huge museum. This is from some dynasty, I don't know when. Something like Jing or King. It's very old. This is my favorite thing. It's a clock from 1589 or something. Isn't that lovely? This is a clock from 1650. Yeah, it's very spectacular. I just want all of these clocks. I want to own them. This is from 1585, and it's called a mechanical galleon. Its mechanism no longer works, but originally it would have played music, fired its cannons, and trundled across the table at imperial banquets. Wouldn't that have been something at a banquet, to have the clock trundling across the table? That is a fabulous clock. I think we could make a gingerbread cookie house that looks just like that. Here's where the actual clock is in the clock. I just can't get the whole thing in one shot. And this is a rolling ball clock from 1820. So that ball rolls all the way down to one end in 30 seconds. Oops, and then it tips, and then it goes back. Doesn't work that well, but it's cool. This is a gold and enamel watch from the 1650s. It has 92 diamonds. This clock is from about 1690. It was made for King William III's bedchamber. And it only needed to be wound once a year, which makes it very rare. This is an organ clock from about 1760, and has this thing that says play and not play, so it could be set to play or not play the music. Otherwise, it would play the music every 3 hours, strike or silent, going or stopped. That's just ornamental, that organ up there. There's an organ actually in the back of the clock, which we obviously can't see. We are now leaving the British Museum. It's slightly crowded. It's a beautiful day now, at least for a while. This is the lovely street in front of the British Museum. We're going to go over here to the Scotch shop. Look at these fabulous things. Kevin thinks you can't even afford to go inside. Here we are on Southampton Row. We're heading for Sir John Soane's Museum. It's very pretty here, except we have our umbrellas. It doesn't matter if it rains. So right there is Sir John Soane's Museum. I hope that's not the line to get in. It looks like it's being repaired, but right here is a house for sale, so we could just buy this house, which is probably very affordable. And here, over across the street, is the Lincoln's Inn Fields, a pretty little park. We're done at Sir John Soane's Museum, and here's all the tiny little dogs at the park. They are having a really good time. Look how cute they are. And that dog is a hellion. And these dogs are just hanging out. They're chillaxing. That little dog, though, that little dog is so darn cute. I believe it is a puppy. It's the cute little dog club. It's so adorable. This dog doesn't seem to have a leash. Oh, the tiny cute dog is gone now. This is the Waldorf. We're not in New York though. It's the London Waldorf Hotel. It's the Cigar and Snuff Parlor. There's Kevin drooling. And this is Covent Garden, which is, well, it's like a big shopping mall basically, except I bet it's very, very, very old. And that's very lovely. The people are serenading us. See, we know that we're in England because it says frozen yogurt spelled with an H. Not in America anymore. Okay, here we are still at Covent Garden, and there's a man performing, and people are applauding for him a lot, so he must be good. He's eating a balloon. Now we're on the south side of Covent Garden, and up there it says it was erected by some guy in 1830. 1830. This is Charing Cross Station, and this is the fancy little statue thing they have there. It's now 6:40 in the evening, and we just got off the train from London, and now we're in Maidstone, waiting for Carol and Alan to come and pick us up in a car. And we get to go in a car, and we're very. How do you feel, honey?
Good.
Is that it? Just the one word?
Yeah. What more do you want? I'm on vacation.